Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. In 1971, Genesis put out an album called Nursery Crymes. It was the first Genesis album to feature Phil Collins on drums and Steve Hackett on guitar, and included the original members Mike Rutherford on bass, Tony Banks on keyboards, and Peter Gabriel's on vocals. I saw it at the store and it had a great cover. It was this young girl playing croquet with heads. I mean, it was just an awesome cover. I also had heard Genesis was a progressive rock band because I really never heard anything by them before. But I heard they were a progressive rock band. And I was really into progressive rock. I mean, I love Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Yes, and the list goes on. So I bought the album. I took it home, but I was a little set back by it. It didn't hit me right away and go, this is a great album. I think Peter Gabriel's voice was a little bit different for me to take. It wasn't a traditional progressive where it was like these buildup of instruments. It just was different. And then the songs were a fantasy and mythology, and even the song titles were kind of weird. And I thought, okay, I got to listen to this. I paid money for this album. I'm going to like this album. Well, it took me a couple of times to listen through it, and then I started to really get into it. I started liking each one of the songs for a different reason, and became fascinated with the album. Well, in 1972, Genesis put out Foxtrot. So I had to buy that one just to see if it was kind of the same style. And it was pretty much the same style as Nursery Cryme. But then I didn't buy another Genesis album until 1978 when they put out And Then There Were Three. I don't know why I didn't buy the ones in between, but I continued buying Genesis after I bought Then There Were Three. So I want to play a song off of Nursery Cryme. It was the first Genesis album that I purchased. Got to really love the album. And there's one song, it's the last song on the album, and it's called The Fountain of Salmacis. And it's about mythology. And if you listen to the words, Peter Gabriel is telling the story of the fountain. And I want to show you the cover of the album. And there's the cover of the album. I just think that's a fascinating cover. I mean, who comes up with stuff like that? That is just great. And the video that we're going to watch for the Fountain of Salmacis is them playing like live, but somebody then took the album version and dubbed it over this live setting, so that we're going to actually hear the album version, but then we get to see the group, and it's a pretty cool video because they call out each member in the group. So here we go with the Fountain of Salmacis. Okay, Fountain of Salmacis by Genesis. Like I said, I had a hard time getting used to Peter Gabriel's voice. It was so different from any of the other progressive rock bands that I was listening to. I mean, didn't sound anything like Keith Emerson, not Keith Emerson, but um, I went blank. But his voice was just a little bit different, and it was almost like when I first heard Roxy music. With Brian Ferry's voice, that his voice a little different too. But when they went on as solo artists, uh, tremendous voice. I mean, he's done so many great songs and so many great albums. I loved Phil Collins' drumming on this too. I mean, he was just hammering away, and Tony Banks' keyboards were tremendous. I mean, that kind of drove this whole song. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed Genesis, The Fountain of Salmacis. If you did, hit the like button below. That'd be really cool. If you have any comments about Genesis, the first album, Nursery Crymes, or any of their albums, put it in the comments below. That'd be really cool. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. That'd be really neat if you did that. And if you ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. With that, I'm hoping you're having a super duper wonderful day and you're wearing a super duper wonderful smile. With that, peace out, baby.